All right, so it's day 21. I had a great live session yesterday, live fire session yesterday at the range. I got some good practice in. I'm really focusing on those drills, the simple drills, like the fast drill, field drill. I'm going to do a lot of those tomorrow in my regular live fire session, because at nationals they start off with a warm-up stage, and I've seen this at a few sanction matches where everybody starts on the same stage. They set it up at every bay, and it's something real simple. I think the first time I shot one, it was like you had one round in your gun, and it was 1 to the head and 4 to the body or something like that. It wasn't very many rounds, so it's just a little warm-up stage. I suspect this year they're going to have an unloaded start, just because it helps get the match going. If you got an unloaded start, you don't have to load and make ready. You just get up there and go. So it kind of speeds things up, I suspect. Okay, so I'm trying to make master. My motivation for making master is I get to buy a reloading press. And you know, I put a lot of thought into it. It kind of motivates me, so I'll train more. And it's kind of a challenge to make master without hand loading your own ammo. So I've been going over to friends and using their presses just so I get my round count up and get a little bit more ammo. And so I started collecting brass. Is one of the things I started collecting brass. And I was thinking, you know, I was doing some research on cleaning it, and I saw the wet tumbler and the sonic for cleaning your brass, and everything. The sonic things is so small and the wet tumbler is small, and I was thinking, you know, I pick up a large amount of brass and then I can clean it and then sort it. That's what the ideal was. So I did some research and I kind of went overboard, and I bought this thing. Yeah, I bought a cement mixer just for the single purpose of cleaning brass. Kind of went overboard with that, but I saw a YouTube video of Jerry Mitchellek using one to clean his brass, and of course he shoots a lot, but it gave me the idea because I just wanted to be able to put a large amount in there. And one of the mistakes I made was you got to sort your brass before you clean it, because if you don't, then you'll end up with you know, like the Russian nesting doll. You'll have a 9 and a 40 and a 40 and a 45, and the 9 will get clean, or the 40, because it's inside the 45. So scaled back, but I'm able to clean a lot at one time with this thing. I kind of like it so far. Alright, so the cleaning method I use, I sort my dirty brass first. I use about this size. It's just like the measuring cup I've been using. So get that brass in there. This is 45, and then I use stainless steel pins. You can get these on Amazon. This was five pounds. I've lost it here. All right, and then we just do a little bit of Lemmy Shine. Oops, that's way too much. And then Dawn. I'm using cheap Walmart brand dish soap. That's the secret recipe. And add water. I don't angle it much. I angle it just a little bit, half a turn like this. Turn it on, and I'll let it soak for a little while. And you don't. The needles say the pins, the stainless pins, say you can run it for about 30 minutes or 3 hours. But I just soak it for 30 minutes and then I run it for about 30 minutes. So it's not too much. I found if I just have them soaking, that it just gets good enough, and then I run them for about 30 minutes, and that's what knocks everything off. So after about, this is about 20 minutes. It's definitely clean enough to process now. And the insides are kind of a little funky still. Some of them are a little bit cleaner. Maybe I need to run this a little bit longer.
Alright, this is a good example of how it works. See, the little needles get inside of the cases and kind of roll around and help clean out the inside of the cases. And the needles kind of, when they get pins, when they get kind of wet, they kind of stick to you. And that's how they help clean. Alright, so this is about 45 minutes maybe. Mostly soaking, a little bit of tumbling. And it's all rinsed off really good. Now I'm going to separate pins.
Okay, I just put this, it's a barbecue mesh. Put that over there,
Over the hole.
and then I have this trash can that goes up, fits perfect over the mixer. Seals up good, and then I'll dump the pins into there.
Alright, so I've separated the stainless pins. I found an old t-shirt works pretty good for laying them out, drying on. So kind of lost a few, but they work really good. And a lot of people are like, why stainless steel? It's stainless steel's harder than your brass, and it'll damage it. But yeah, but you need it. It's really nice because the stainless steel doesn't you can get it wet and stuff. It doesn't rust. And it's magnetic, so it's easy to pick up, and it's all rounded. The pins are rounded, so they won't damage your brass, and they work really good. It's kind of just the weight of them and the way they stick to the dirt helps them clean.
So I got the brass just laid out on a screen here on a wood frame, just drying in the sun, and you can see how clean it gets the inside of them. Maybe if I can get it to focus right, but my first time doing 45. I thought it would show up better on camera doing 45. Okay, so my brass cleaning method is a little crazy and overboard, but you know, I like being full throttle and going all in, and maybe overdoing it just a little bit. But I want to try some crushed walnuts or some corncob media in there too, see how that works. I'm going to do those dry, not with the water, and stainless. But I'm going to try the different methods in the same cement mixer. So I'm happy with the cement mixer. I think it's good if you got enough area. So hey, give it a shot.